Yo, what's up, guys? Javio, and today, man, we finally have the play-in, the playoffs. Playoff time is finally here. Playoff atmosphere. It is going to be absolutely electric, but today I'm coming at y'all with my official 2023 NBA playoffs predictions. Also, we'll be going through the play-in games as well. Give you guys a quick breakdown of every single one of my picks. But other than that, let's get straight into the video. All right, so I'm on this website. I've been looking for the last half hour to find a website, NBA.com, things of that nature, ESPN, to find a bracket that I can actually fill out. And I found this bracket challenge called NBA Pick'em. So, hey, this is what I got for now. So let's go ahead and go through it. Okay, so obviously tonight, 7:30 game, my Miami Heat versus the Atlanta Hawks. I do think that my Heat are the better team in my opinion. We did beat them, I believe, the last two games, two important games of the season, and we finished 3 games ahead of them in the standings as well. I do think we win tonight. I do know that we are 5-point favorites. I know they got DeJounte Murray in the offseason. We literally lost PJ Tucker. We drafted Jovic, who doesn't even play. So we really made minimal adjustments to this team, but I still think we're the better team. I see Jimmy Butler again having another phenomenal game. He had like a 45-point game against them last year. Trae Young, I think we're the best team in the league at guarding Trae Young. Hopefully that goes ahead and is the same tonight. So yeah, I definitely have my Miami Heat going up against the Hawks, and I have the Heat winning that play-in game. And the other play-in game today is the LA Lakers against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Obviously, they have no Rudy Gobert. Jaden McDaniels broke his hand. Gobert got suspended for throwing a punch at Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson probably starts today at power forward. Jaden McDaniels obviously is the better defender. He would have been the primary defender under a guy like LeBron James to make things a lot tougher for him. Now without him, yeah, that's tough for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then at the center position, you lose the rebounding Rudy Gobert. Now you have to rely on Karl-Anthony Towns to guard AD all game. You just gotta hope he just doesn't get in foul trouble. So yeah, definitely have the Lakers beating the Minnesota Timberwolves in the play-in game. So that is my pick right there. And the other play-in game is the Toronto Raptors versus Chicago Bulls. I have the Toronto Raptors winning tomorrow just because they have the better defense. They have guys that can contain guys like DeMar DeRozan, guys like Zach LaVine, OG Anunoby. It's just phenomenal defenders like Pascal Siakam as well. I do think Nikola Vucevic can kind of have his way against Jakob Poeltl space on the floor. So definitely going to look out tomorrow for a guy like Nikola Vucevic, but definitely giving the edge to the Toronto Raptors. And the other playing game is also tomorrow. It is the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. As much as I do like SGA and the OKC Thunder, guys like Jalen Williams and that roster, things of that nature, I do want to give this to the New Orleans Pelicans, even though Brandon Ingram will have a tough assignment on him in Lu Dort. I still think Brandon Ingram does have a good game. I feel like just the size advantage. Brandon Ingram right now is absolutely locked in. We've seen him, especially last game. He had like 40 plus points in that loss against Minnesota. Yeah, Brandon Ingram is the number one. CJ McCollum needs to wake up though, and Jonas Valanciunas, if he can stay out of foul trouble and just doesn't get fouled by, and just doesn't get in foul trouble trying to guard SGA. We know his game is just attacking the rim. Then I definitely have Jonas Valanciunas having a pretty good game. And I do like Brandon Ingram and McCollum. Just gotta hope he just shows up. But even without Zion, I'm pretty sure they're still like a 5-point favorite. So even Vegas thinks they're gonna win the game as well, which is what I have as well. So okay, on to the first match. I'm going to start off with the Boston Celtics versus, my opinion, I think my Heat are going to beat the Hawks. I am not a biased fan. I might be the most unbiased guy I know, if I'm being completely honest. I have no problem betting against not betting against my team with my own money, but I have no problem picking against my team and saying my team is going to lose just because I'm an unbiased fan. So I do have the Boston Celtics beating my Miami Heat. It sucks. They beat us last year to go to the finals, and this year we faced them in the first round. We were from the first seed to the play-in. What an absolute fall for my Miami Heat. But I do have the Boston Celtics winning in 6 games. If I wasn't a Heat fan, I might have said 5 just because of how much of a better roster Boston is. The Miami Heat starting point guard right now is Gabe Vincent. We have a $30 million guy, Kyle Lowry, as our 6th man. as our backup point guard, not even our sixth man. They have Derek White better than both our point guards. Malcolm Brogdon, their sixth man, maybe sixth man of the year, better than all of our point guards. They have Derek White better than all of our point guards. Their depth is insane. And they also have the size as well with Al Horford or Robert Williams. Our power forward might be Max Strus, might be Caleb Martin. That is an undersized four for a team that's running Jason Tatum at the four, at points Al Horford at the four, just size after size after size. I know Jaylen Brown hurt his hand. He'll be back to absolutely cooking us as usual. So I just have the Celtics winning, man. I know a lot of Celtics fans being in New England and all of that. It's going to be tough talking to them. Just this series is going to be so ace like last season. But I do have the Celtics winning in 6. I mean, hopefully we win that series, but I just don't see it happening. My humble opinion, man, we run the most zone defense in basketball, and the Celtics are the best three-point shooting team in basketball. It's just a recipe for disaster, and I am not excited for that series, I'll be honest. I mean, I'm excited as a fan of basketball, but as a fan of the Heat, that is a nightmare matchup first. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. Let me just speed run past these. Let me get these play-in ones out of the way. So I do have the Milwaukee Bucks going ahead, and I do have the Milwaukee Bucks going ahead and beating the winner of the other Eastern Conference playoff bid, if you will. And I think that will be in my opinion, I said like I have the Raptors beating the Bulls, which would mean that the game would be Toronto versus ATL. And I'm not gonna lie, I might give this to the Toronto Raptors because they know how to scheme. I believe Nick Nurse will scheme well against the likes of a guy like a Trae Young. But do I trust this shooting? Do I trust the offense of the Toronto Raptors? I mean, I feel like they're just going to make things so tough. It's going to be a scrappy game. And at the end of the day, I'm going to give the edge to the team that obviously the roster isn't as good as it was when they won the championship with Kawhi Leonard and all them. But they still have that core of the Siakam, the Van Vliet. They still have that core. Van Vliet is having a down year. It's playoff time. I'm gonna trust the guys with the playoff experience. Even though the Hawks not too long ago we're in the Eastern Conference Finals because of Milwaukee Bucks, if I'm not mistaken. Give me the Toronto Raptors in that, which would mean that I would take the Milwaukee Bucks probably in a 6-game series over the Toronto Raptors, if I'm being quite honest with y'all. Okay, and then I have the Denver Nuggets beating the winner of the 8th, which would be a game, in my opinion, between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the New Orleans Pelicans. The Minnesota Timberwolves, I think, probably will move on just because Zion Williamson is out. And they did just play recently, and CJ McCollum had an absolutely awful game. Brandon Ingram did literally all he could, and they just weren't able to go ahead and win that game because Anthony Edwards is transcending into an amazing two-way player in this league. So I'm going to give this to the Minnesota Timberwolves as well against the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets is a team I'm not extremely high on as a number 1 seed just because of their defense or the kind of lack thereof. They're really good offensively. I just need to see a lot more of that defensively. I don't know. I feel like, well, I said it's going to be another 6-game series. I don't know. Honestly, I might move back on this Bucks Raptors. I might give it to Milwaukee, and Milwaukee is dominant. Like the Raptors, I don't know if the Raptors have it this year. I'll be honest. Offensively, defensively, they're still pests. Offensively, though, there's a reason why they're the 9th seed, respectfully. So I'm gonna give that to Milwaukee in 5. This one, though, I'm gonna give it to Denver in 6. I'm gonna give it to Denver in 6. I feel like Ant will have a couple generational games. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's going on nowhere right now. Phoenix, LA, Clippers. I'm gonna give this to Phoenix. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. I give Kawhi Leonard the benefit of the doubt. I'll say 6. I might have 6 for every single game. I'll be honest with y'all. I feel like there's gonna be a pretty entertaining playoffs. I'm gonna be honest. I do think that the Suns will win. I feel like the Suns are probably the best team in the conference. They got Devin Booker, they got Kevin Durant, they got Chris Paul, they got DeAndre Ayton. They have a couple of bench scorers as well. Just a very good team, especially that starting 5. But Terrence Ross off the bench can give you like a 10 to 15 point game off the bench. You have shooters, so it's gonna be mostly just starters that's gonna cook, but they'll get some production out of their bench. Not anything absolutely insane, but they'll get some alright production. But yeah. Warriors and Kings, this is going to be a phenomenal series. This is going to be my first 7-game series, and I'm going to give this to the Golden State Warriors. The Kings have not made the playoffs since TV was in black and white. That crowd will be roaring, and the Warriors might be the worst road team in the NBA this year, but I'm going to give the edge to them just because De'Aaron Fox has never made the playoffs in his NBA career. Domantas Sabonis, I'm pretty sure he made it with the Pacers, if I'm not mistaken, but that was years back. Keegan Murray, a rookie, has never made the playoffs. Harrison Barnes, though, does have that championship, does have that playoff experience with the Golden State Warriors, his former team, and the Kings head coach, Mike Brown, the longtime assistant head coach for the Golden State Warriors. This is the battle of elite offenses. The Kings, though, they have the best offense in basketball this season, but the Warriors are getting back their elite defender and Andrew Wiggins alongside Draymond Green, alongside Gary Payton II off the bench. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for the Sacramento Kings, who struggle immensely on the defensive side of the basketball. So I'm going to go ahead. Even though I love De'Aaron Fox, I love Domantas Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox is the most clutchest player in the league this season, and he will win the clutch award this season. He is so clutch, especially in that fourth quarter. He just, second half of the game, he just turns it up a notch, and it is absolutely insane. I'm gonna give this award, I'm gonna give this game and this series to the Golden State Warriors in 7 games. I'm gonna say they're gonna win the series in Game 7 in Sacramento. So there that is. And then we have the Grizzlies versus the Lakers. In my opinion, the Grizzlies have no Brandon Clark, they have no Steven Adams, and then the Lakers are looking good. I'm not gonna lie, I was not high on the Lakers before the trade deadline. They made some good acquisitions, gave D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt. Those are 3 impact guys on a playoff roster, and the Lakers are looking good right now. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Ja Morant, though, I feel like he'll have a good series. I wonder if they're going to put Jared Vanderbilt all series guarding Ja Morant. That would be interesting to see. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, I might give this to the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I think I might honestly go with the... I love this Grizzlies team, but Ja, Bane, Luke Kennard, the best 3-point shooter in basketball this season. Xavier Tillman trying to guard Anthony Davis. They probably have Triple J on him, honestly, too. I forgot to mention Triple J. He's been really good offensively, in particular, the last couple of weeks. So shout out to Triple J. I don't know. This is going to be a phenomenal series. I don't know, man. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Just looking at the matchups in particular, though, a guy like a Triple J is always in foul trouble trying to guard a guy like a AD, and Dylan Brooks, the pest, always in foul trouble trying to guard a guy like a LeBron James. I honestly think the Lakers may win this series in a dog fight in 7 games, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think they honestly do win that. That's kind of shocking. I did not know what I would pick coming into this series, but I guess got the Lakers moving on to the semifinals. So that is that. Okay, and then we got the Cavs versus the Knicks. I'm gonna go quick now. Give me the Cavs. I do think the Cavs are the better team, and Orlando will be back for the first game of that series. At least it's reported so. So I'm gonna give that to them. Donovan Mitchell will have a monster series. I'm gonna give the Knicks benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say they gonna say the Cavs win this series in 7 games. They have had some phenomenal games this season. Donovan Mitchell has been phenomenal. Jalen Brunson has been phenomenal for them. I just want to see playoff Julius Randle and how he will go against the likes of Evan Mobley, who may win DPOY this year. Looking back at the votes and all that from yesterday. Yeah. Jared Allen as well, phenomenal defender. Not only in the paint, but he can also step out to the perimeter as well and just be a big body on the perimeter, just trying to play phenomenal defense. So give me that. And I think we're good for now. No, give me Philly and Brooklyn. Some people have this being a sweep. I'm not gonna lie, I might just be too high on Brooklyn. I just have a lot of respect for the Brooklyn Nets team. I mean, my Miami Heat, we literally got swept by them this year, including after them losing Kyrie and KD. Like, this team is really good offensively. This team can shoot the lights out. Just gotta have Mikal Bridges playing at his absolute peak, which he has been for the second half of the season. I mean, the last week and a half, Bridges hasn't been peak Bridges, but just gotta hope he brings that back and cooks up for the playoffs and things of that nature. But I'm gonna have Philly win the series in 6 games. I don't see this being a sweep. I see Brooklyn taking at least 2 games from the Sixers. I'm just not as high on Philly as probably other people are, but that is just in my opinion. And then we have the Nuggets against the Suns. I'm gonna give this to the Phoenix Suns. I do think the Suns are the better team. I'm gonna say this is gonna be a 6-game series. I'm not gonna lie. Both of these teams play little to no defense whatsoever. I feel like these games are gonna be so high scoring. I just think the duo of Kevin Durant and Devin Booker is better than the duo of Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. I mean, they do have more depth, I would say, with guys like Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon and KCP, but I do think the duo is indeed better. Then you have one of the greatest point guards of all time, still an elite playmaker in this league, and a guy like Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton as well, who he isn't great defensively. Offensively, he can obviously have moments as well, including offensive rebounding in general, just attacking the rim, and just pick and roll with Chris Paul and Devin Booker and things of that nature as well. Just give me the Phoenix Suns over the Denver Nuggets. And then I was going to go in order from here. I have the Suns going to the Western Conference Finals, and I'm going to have the Warriors against the Lakers. I'm going to give this to the Warriors, winning this series in, I would say, an absolute dogfight in 7 games, just because of how bad they are on the road. But don't worry, because the Warriors will actually be at home in a potential Game 7 against the LA Lakers. I just think I'm going to give this to the team with the championship experience. They just won a ring last year. They have to figure out their road woes. Andrew Wiggins is finally back. I just think things are clicking right now for the Golden State Warriors, but Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson and Andrew Wiggins, they have a good bench of GP2 and DiVincenzo and Jordan Poole. Hopefully he can have a couple of big moments like he had last year for the Golden State Warriors, but I do have them winning that series. It's going to be a phenomenal series. Twitter is going to be on fire, and I just cannot wait to see that potential matchup of the Golden State Warriors and the LA Lakers. My God, if this comes to fruition, it's going to be good, man. It is going to be good. Then I have the Milwaukee Bucks against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I do have the Milwaukee Bucks winning this series, and I think a cool 6 games. The Milwaukee Bucks, in my opinion, and the Celtics are the 2 best teams in the Eastern Conference. I do think the Bucks will move on against the Cavs. The Cavs are a really good team. I just think the Bucks are better. They have the depth with Bobby Portis, even a guy like Javon Carter off the bench. Like, they just have a really good team, for being completely honest. Chris Middleton as well. Hopefully he ends up really just cooking in the playoffs. I mean, I know he has inconsistencies, including in the regular season as well, but they have to hope that he's playing at his best, at his peak during the playoffs, because that's when it really, really matters. So in terms of that, I do have them moving on. Donovan Mitchell might have his ways, but he's going to probably have a guy like Jrue Holiday guarding and make it think extremely tough for him. Darius Garland, I don't know who will potentially guard him. Maybe a guy like a Grayson Allen. I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing out things right now, but yeah. Give me the Bucks over the Cavs, in my humble opinion. And then give me Boston over Philly in a 6-game series as well. I do think that Boston is the better team. I feel like they've kind of showed that. I know Embiid just had like 52 points in him. He might cook, but Celtics fans, we all been hyping up Robert Williams. He better be fully healthy. He better be there in Embiid's chest all game, just showing why people think he's an elite defender in this league. I mean, I think he's a good defender. I think he's actually a really good defender, but a lot of people think he's an elite defender in this league. This is the series for him to show that. So let's go ahead and see that. They probably have a guy like a Marcus Smart hounding a guy like a James Harden. So I think that would be a pretty good series in my opinion. But I do have these four, yeah, kind of easy to predict right here. Give me the Suns. Do I have enough balls to pick the Suns over the Warriors? Do I have enough balls to pick the Warriors over the Suns for the Western Conference Finals? Imagine this: KD against his former team in the playoffs in the Western Conference Finals. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The way I've been talking about this Phoenix Suns team with Devin Booker and Chris Paul, the fact that the Warriors can actually neutralize that though with Andrew Wiggins and Draymond Green, like, it's tough. But the way I've been talking about this Phoenix Suns team with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, the fact that they went all in for this, I'm just gonna have to give them the benefit of the doubt. Even though they made the finals a couple years back and lost to the Bucks after blowing a 2-0 lead, I'm gonna have to give this to the Phoenix Suns. Since they made that trade, they have been my pick to win the NBA Finals. And in a 7-game series, I will have my money on Kevin Durant in particular and the Phoenix Suns in a 7-game series to advance to the 2023 NBA Finals against the Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give the edge of this. The Celtics just beat the Bucks by 41 points. I honestly think the Celtics have a ton of depth. They have a tremendous roster. I just think the Celtics, honestly, if I'm being quite frank, Jaylen Brown and the likes of Jason Tatum and Derek White, Al Horford, oh man, so one of the best three-point shooters in basketball. This is tough. I honestly didn't have a prediction before I clicked on this video to record, so I'm really just thinking things out right now. But I think I'm going to give this, I want to say the Boston Celtics, because of the inconsistency of a guy like a Chris Middleton, Jrue Holiday, his inconsistency in the playoffs. I'm gonna give this to the Boston Celtics. I'm gonna see it's gonna be Celtics in 7, just like last year. Celtics in 7 against the Bucks. I know last year there was no Middleton. They got Brogdon this year, and he might be the 6th man of the year. And they've been really good this year. They've been pretty good against them this year. As well, head to head, their depth is amazing. I have the Suns versus the Celtics in the finals, and I'm going to say that the Phoenix Suns will be the champions, and they will be the winners of the 2023 NBA Finals, and they will be champs for the first time in franchise history in a dogfight 7-game series. Give me the Phoenix Suns over the Boston Celtics with a Kevin Durant Finals MVP trophy once again. Give me the Phoenix Suns over the Boston Celtics in a 7-game series. I'm gonna say the margin in game 1, like, this will be a pretty close series. I'm gonna say the tiebreaker will be, let's say, 6 points. Let's say 6 points. Let's say 6 points. Okay, so I have the Suns over the Celtics in the 2023 NBA Finals. But other than that, yo, that is the video. Make sure to go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok, John. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And what are your guys' predictions for the 2023 NBA Finals? You guys agree with me? You guys not agree with me at all? What are your predictions for the thorough, the all-around 2023 NBA Plus? But like I said, that's your boy John. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.